Hey you guys, so welcome back to my day. This is a week in my life, and I like to start my day by just making sure I get some workout in. Normally, my daughter gets up and she goes to gym for her sport, and she works out for multiple hours. But mama is getting older, and being in my 20s and 30s, just not feeling the same. So I have to get up and do things in the morning to help my body to do what it is supposed to do. And so I'm able to play with my babies and just like have meaningful life. So with that in mind, what you're seeing is just me here doing some workout. It depends on the day as to what type of workout I do. Sometimes I do strength training. Sometimes I do stretching and mobility. Get the synovial fluids moving in my body. And then other times I'll do HIIT, high intensity workout. I also do what they call LIT, which is low intensity workout. So there's a difference. There's a trend going on right now with LIT. So I wanted to dive a little bit in that. I am not a coach by any means or stretch of the imagination. I just do things that works well for me. And I also enjoy working out with videos because going to the gym, apart from dropping my daughter off, which is a whole nother gym, then me to work out is just not feasible. Not when I have a 5-year-old, and not when I have other things I have to do. Because sometimes in the mornings, I will get up and work out and meal prep and laundry and things like that while I'm working out. So for me, it's just not as feasible to go to a physical gym and work out. So that's why I do that. That's why I love, like, I'm building my home gym to help have that ready. And then sometimes in the summer, I am able to go and work out outside, which is fun too. Nothing beats sweat, right? So that's what I'm doing as you guys go through my video today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope it is of encouragement to you. If you're wondering, like, just how do you make it all work, you just patiently and purposefully make it work. And the days that you cannot work out for more than 10-15 minutes, don't beat yourself up. At least I don't. And then the days that I can go for an hour, I go for an hour. It just really depends. That's the part of the beauty. And knowing too that I'm not as young as I used to be. I don't feel old, but I just notice the differences in my body. And so I have to tweak and change things accordingly. So, all right. Apart from that, I'll be sharing today just a few things that happened in my life this week. And also, I try and work out at least 4 to 5 days a week. It just makes things work. So, so I got up today and worked out and got my oldest breakfast, and I'm in my closet because I felt like I needed a moment to cry and a moment to pray. So my husband works out of the home, and he just got some bad news about his work that will change things for us dramatically. And I'm just like, okay, God, what do you want us to do? Where do you want us to go? What's the next step? And the reason why this hit so hard is because a few days ago, I lost a couple of my big contracts. So I run a company that I contract with small businesses, and these small businesses normally contract with the state or with some part of government. So it's kind of like a not a secure, but a more safer income stream. And so one of the states that I contracted with, one of the companies I contracted with was, we were in multiple states and stuff, and the base state just cut the contract. And that was a huge blow to us financially, because there's some things that I take care of in the home, as the mom. And I'm in the process right now of refiguring out some things on the business side, because we did not see this coming. We did not know that this company was going to go bankrupt. Well, it didn't go bankrupt. The state bankrupted it, because once they canceled the multi-million-dollar contract, then everybody got toasted, including us as contractors. So it's in moments like these that I'm just like, do you sit and cry? Do you whine? Do you complain? Do you be mad at God? And right now I'm in that space that I still want to do what God has called me to do. I don't want to homeschool today, but I think I'm going to get myself together, go out there, get my youngest dressed, help him get dressed, and go about the day. Because as they would say, nobody's coming to save you. So it's one of those days of homeschooling. So let's get about it, be about it, as they would say. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get up and go do some laundry, and I'm gonna go pray and ask God for wisdom, because these are interesting seasons. And here I am again, another day, just getting up, making sure that I hit some weight exercises today, because like I said before, it's something that's important to me. When I was in the military, we were always on schedule as to how to work out, when to work out. We're always moving. But with not having that oversight anymore, you gotta do it yourself. And so some days I'm tempted to make sure that everything is fixed and everything is proper before I get the workout done. But I just realized that I don't have enough hours in a day to make everything Pollyanna perfect. So as you can see, the background is a mess. But if you are still watching, that's because you know that I promise to just be real and be open and authentic as possible. And just no judgment, so you are able to do what you can do in your space, not feeling like somebody, the neat police, or somebody, the living room police, or somebody's coming to judge you and judge what you're doing. I found out, I love my abs as well, because I've worked really hard, and after having a couple of babies, to still have abs like that, I really, really, really love seeing my abs. So I have to work on them consistently. But yeah, I do love my abs. But just seeing the progress over time is worth it. And to see your body change, from going through the different changes in life, you just have to do what you have to do. And whether or not you have a body type like mine or not, it's not the point. The point is to steward over really well what you've been given and what you've been granted. What you guys are not seeing are autoimmune deficiencies that I work with and I have to go through on a daily basis. That's not very evident. A lot of people see me being a size 3 or a size 4 or size 2 or whatever the day might be, and that's what they see. They don't see anything else, and it's a lot of judgment. But I see the plus size ladies who they've done everything that they possibly can and still having issues. And I've seen the twigs that eat all the junk food and nothing bad ever happens, at least for a while. So every one of us is fighting our struggle. Every one of us is going through something. And the point is just to make do and to make the best of the situation as possible. So that was my daughter. She comes to check in with me first thing in the morning to make sure what is going on. So I'll normally brief my daughter. She likes to know what she's getting for breakfast before she goes to bed every day. I don't know if that's something that I scarred her with, because when I was her age, I never had food waiting for me the next day. And I don't know if that's something that she just naturally picked up. I don't know if I need to change something about me yet. I have no idea. But it's something that I notice. And so she will come to me every night and every morning to just double check what she's getting for breakfast. So she just checked in to figure out what we're having for breakfast. Even though I told her the night before, I still have to tell her again. It's just a thing that gives her security. I have no idea. And then she's off. So normally after I work out and stuff, I will read my Bible, read at least a chapter, read a proverb. It is just, the proverbs are never too old for me. So currently, as you're watching this video, I'm reading through the book of Samuel with Saul and King David. So it really depends on what season I'm going through that you will see things. But that's what's going on right here. And I am going to go ahead and log in to World Watch so she's able to start some of her what she's got to do for school today. So I went ahead and worked out. This is going to be my breakfast, just 2 eggs. I don't need much today. Not very hungry for some odd reason after I lifted this morning. And then over here, what I have is lunch/dinner, which is basically sweet potato stew. What I did was I went ahead and meal prepped, which was sweet potato, carrots, corn, and some other veggies and stuff with some tomato that I put together, and I'm gonna let that go on high. So for around 5-6 hours, so by the time it's lunchtime that rolls around, the kiddos will have something ready to go, and I will not have to spin my wheels wondering what's going on or what I'm feeding them. So I'm super excited to have this going, and I'm just gonna let it just keep cooking. So we just did our grocery pickup because I have so many things to do today. And so I decided that I'm going to do grocery pickup. They just put it in my car, in my trunk. That was super quick. I haven't done that in a while, but I have to use my time efficiently, so I'm super grateful. And here we go, and my little man is going to help me to unpack. So here I am at the post office checking our P.O. box, and my little man is doing his chore, which is to check the mailbox for any IRS. Hey guys, so yeah, I had a moment there the last couple of days. So in keeping with, just keeping you guys updated, I got myself together and went to homeschool the kiddos and went about my day. And in the meantime that I went about my day, more bad news hit to the point of tears. So one of our homeschooling buddies that we used to do play dates with, we used to school with, died. And I just was like, it seems like it's one thing after another, after another, after another. And in the meantime that's going on, just so many bad things has happened to some of my friends. And so I'm just like, do you sit and cry? What do you do? Like, I've had bad news that hit before. I've had not so good things happen. But in the meantime, it's like, it's a little bit of time, a little bit here, a little bit there. It's never like been so much bad news in a short period of time. And so that happened, and I went back and read the book of 1 Samuel, and, going through Saul and the transition and how to David got promoted, and just looking at that and just going back. Like, I feel like it's an anchor for me right now to just go into God's word and find something that I could anchor my faith to, even though crap's hitting the fan, as they would say. So today I am at my physical office location. I am getting a few things done, a few contracts that I'm working on done. With recent changes and stuff, I'm not sure how much longer we'll be able to keep this office space. So I think I might have to move back to my home office location exclusively. I have no idea. We have to see what's going to happen. Because if that happens, like, there's so many changes. So with that in mind, I wanted to get back up on here and finish this out because I did not do an outro. I did not tell you guys what I was doing. And so this video kind of just came along, kind of like a week in my life. So yesterday we went and clothes shop and we got some plays in some parks and some gold digging done for homeschooling. And today we're going to thrift. So my daughter went through her closet and she decided she wanted to sell some shoes. I don't know if she's going to get anything for them, but who am I to discourage her? So today we're taking her to the thrift store to see if she could sell some of her older stuff because she has big plans that she's saving up for. And I'm like, I am not going to step in your way. You go, girl. You do what you got to do. So in the meantime, she went ahead and got up, got her schoolwork done ahead of time, got her testing done. And so all the things that she has, I think she only has language arts left today. And so she's like trendsetting doing that. So in the meantime, I am going to go inside here, get my work done, and then I'm going to take her to get her thrifting done, like her sales or whatever she's going to do, whatever you call that. Get that done. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching me. If you're new to me, welcome back. Welcome. And if you've been here on my channel since I just started Pencils and Proverbs, welcome back. This is just a channel to encourage myself and to encourage you if you're a homeschooling mom that also works, that runs a business. I know there are different categories of us. Some of us that work a 9-to-5 job that still homeschools. I do contracting work. So it's not like I do a 9-to-5. It's very different, I feel like. So it gets to be in the process of challenging at times in hearing the voice of the Lord and still hearing the voice of your kids and following through with what they've asked you to do. So this is why I have started this channel, and hopefully you are able to find some encouragement here as you press on with what you have to get done and obey the Lord in your calling. So thank you so much for being here, and I see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.